Amnesty International says rich countries are showing a complete absence of leadership in the refugee crisis. The rights group's annual report, released on October the 4th, reveals that few countries are shouldering 56% of the world's refugees, and they are among the poorest nations. This accounts for less than 2.5% of the world GDP.
I think the irony of the situation is that 10 countries who happen to be in the neighborhood of where the refugees are coming from are hosting more than 56% of the refugee population of the world. And the richest countries in the world who can absorb many more refugees are doing close to nothing. And the UK is a rather sad example of this.
The group is proposing that the burden of hosting refugees be shared out fairly, according to each country's landmass, wealth, and current population.
Because the leaders have failed us, we now need to have a plan B. And our plan B essentially is to say that there has to be a new system of global responsibility sharing. We cannot expect 30 countries to, there's 200 countries or so in the world, you cannot expect 30 countries of which 10 of them are bearing more than 50% of the responsibility. If we just share this out, say 60 to 90 countries share the responsibility, we could be in a very different situation. It's a big problem, but it's a very solvable problem.
According to recent UN Refugee Agency data, neither China, Russia, or any Gulf state have resettled Syrian refugees since the war began. Amnesty highlights Germany and Canada as good examples of leaders putting pledges into practice and urged other wealthy nations to follow suit. The UNHCR has said the number of people forcibly displaced worldwide this year was likely to have far surpassed a record of 60 million in 2015, including 20 million refugees and those from other conflicts. Vivian Adebamowo, TVC News.